The following is a presentation of GRS TV.
From Homer B. Johnson Stadium in Garland, a very pleasant good evening. Welcome to our GISD Thursday night game of the week here on GRS TV. Tonight, Rowlett takes on South Garland. Hi again, everybody. Scott Powell, Bobby George, as always. We're glad to bring you tonight's game. Interesting matchup, Bobby. You've got Rowlett undefeated on the year, 2-0 in district. South Garland's 2-3 and 0-2, but South Garland doesn't even list a quarterback on their roster, on their charts. They're going to run. The number one rushing team in the area, and Rowlett plays really good defense. I think that's the key matchup tonight.
Yeah, running back Jaquan Turner. He's run for 916 yards, 16 touchdowns. You see Doug Stevens, they've put in a game plan to probably try to stop him in that wildcat offense that South Garland runs. I mean, DJ Williams, Jaquan Turner, they catch the ball and they take off running, and they are heavy on that line. So, you know, Rowlett's going to have a strong time trying to stop that running game, because they are some big boys and they will wear you down by the end of the game.
Rowlett won the toss. They elect to receive. They'll go left to right in their home all maroon uniforms. If you like maroon, you're going to love watching Rowlett tonight here on GRS TV. South Garland, the visitor, in their white tops, red pants, red helmets, and red trim on the jerseys. Kicking it off, going right to left, South Garland here in the first quarter. Giovanni Serrano will do the kicking. Twin safeties back for Rowlett.
Rowlett's defense has been awesome this year as well. So to stop that offense, you know, Rowlett's really going to have to buckle down underneath on that 4 guys on the line of scrimmage, and those linebackers are really going to have a tough night. You know, they only allow 218 yards a game on that Rowlett defense and only 16 points a game.
They are ranked in the top 12 in the area in all 4 of the categories, including those 2, rushing and passing defense. So they're good against balanced offenses. Let's see what they can do against this running South Garland team. But Rowlett's going to come out offensively first tonight. Offensively, they're 16th in the area, 37.5 points a ball game, a little under 300 yards, but they can put the points up on you in a hurry. And South Garland struggling defensively, giving up just a little under 30 a game.
Yeah, Rowlett puts up 37.5 and about 299 yards a game.
Chase Tupal, the quarterback, option pitch to, that's Chauncey Amos, their leading back. He's got plenty down this near sideline for the first down, and he's finally run out of bounds at the 44, a gain of 19. And Chauncey Amos, 318 yards in 4 games, 5.5 a carry and 5 touchdowns. By far leads this rushing attack.
Great block right there by their number 17, their wideout, just getting him that little extra space.
Mauricia Wiley Jr. made the stop for the Colonels. First and 10, 44-yard line, ball on the right hash. 3 receivers to the wide left side. Tupal is going to cut it up and keep it for a nice first down gain. Again, Wiley Jr. on the trip up and the tackle, but not before he got 5.
They do a good job right there by Tupal. He actually, you know, takes that, and it's a little option. So if the defensive end, you can see right here, what the defensive end goes out to get the running back, he takes the run. So it's a nice job of him taking the right read, and he's not afraid to run the ball. He does it quite often.
Nice seal block by Jesse Solis, the right guard, number 58. Second and 5, Tupal options left, late pitch to Amos, gets a block, has got the South Garland 41. That's plenty for another first down. Boy, they blocked that well, and Tupal with a good decision.
Tupal with the left-handed pitch. Now that is very difficult to do. And this time, the defensive end comes down on him right here, boom, and he pops it out there with his left hand. Just a beautiful job right there.
Look at the job the receivers did blocking downfield. If you're going to run that, you got to get good blocking from the receivers, and he got them. Everybody engaged with their defender. Fresh set of downs from the 41 of South Garland. Opening drive, glad you're with us here on GRS TV. Rowlett and South Garland, Tupal and shotgun with Amos to his left. He's going to swing it out on a little tunnel screen to Simsig, and he is hit immediately. Does get back to the line of scrimmage, but South Garland read that one really well. Looked like number 12, Quentin Blaylock, with the stop.
Yeah, it was a very good job because it was right off the screen. If you see this pass right here, boom, I mean, he's having to get blocked immediately. But South Garland adjusts really quick, makes a great stop right there.
Part of the thing that helped South Garland is they ran it to the short side of the field, so the sideline kind of becomes an extra defender in that case. They're still on the left hash, 3 receivers wide right, Amos to the right of Tupal in shotgun. Do have 1 receiver to the left. That's Simzik. Play action fake, fire over the middle. Caught Evans wide open. He'll be tackled at the 15, but not before. Jerry Evans gets a quick 27 yards and a first down.
Man, that was a nice strike. It's the second pass of the game. He sees him, reads, steps into the throw, leads him greatly. Right over the middle. That safety just went on the play action.
Evans, the top receiver, 24 catches, 322 yards and 4 touchdowns for the Eagles. Just a 2-step drop this time. Swing it out to Amos. Gets a block, has the 5, and he has the goal line. Touchdown, Rowlett Eagles. Chauncey Amos.
Beautiful play. This time it wasn't the option. He just turns and tosses out the sweep. The sweep pass to him, and Amos does the rest.
You know what I like about the drive, Bobby, which, by the way, was 75 yards? They really mixed it up. I mean, it seems like they've run every play in the playbook on the one drive.
Yeah, nice job right there. Their wideouts all got great blocks, got a little pancaking in there, drives it in.
Now they're going to try the PAT. Tupal will hold it. Good snap, gets it down. The kick appears to be very good, and it is. We got a timeout as number 45, Luis Reyna, drilled the extra point. 9:30 first quarter. Rowlett opening possession, opening score. They lead South Garland 7-0 on GRS TV. And some of the drill team from Rowlett enjoying tonight's action in the stands, and pretty good Thursday night crowd here from the Rowlett Eagles with their band and drill team here, and a lot of pink tonight.
Yeah,
this is Breast
out.
Cancer Awareness Month, and the fans and folks are taking advantage of that. Here's the kickoff from the Eagles. It's a short one taken at the 17. Returned up the middle, and that's Kevontae Wilson who gets it out to the 34-yard line, 19-yard return.
That's what you need to do. You take that and you run straight up the middle and pick up as much yardage as you can. All this running side to side, you know, usually doesn't work for them. But, boy, you take it straight up the middle, you get some good field position.
Well, the leading rusher in the Metroplex will come out and lead this offense. Again, they won't have a quarterback, but they'll just snap it directly to Turner. And we mentioned his yardage coming in, 16 touchdowns. DJ Williams, second leading back with 247. He averages 50 a ball game. Williams wears number 5. He is in shotgun, and he'll take the first snap. They do have 2 receivers stacked to the left. He's going to throw it. Wow, and off the hands of Tajon Livingston, who was open.
Boy, that's a nice wrinkle in your ball game because Rowlett had nobody even over there. So you take that, you throw it out there to him, see what kind of yards he picks it up, and guess what now Rowlett has to do? They have to really account for the receivers. They're going to have to spread their defense out a little bit. Maybe it'll give a little running room for the running back.
They only average 25 yards a game passing, and 0 for 1 so far tonight. Again, it will be, no, that's Jaquarion Turner in there now on the second snap in shotgun. Same set otherwise. Turner is just going to keep it up the middle. Gets hit, but spills forward. Turner's a big kid at 6 feet 205, and he showed it there. The first hit and tackle by Xavier Gale. Second leading tackler for the Eagles, averaging 8 a game, 33 on the year. Gale and the other linebacker are the top 2 tacklers on this football team. The other one being DeModrick Wade, who was really impressive last week. He's averaging 9 tackles a game and 4 for losses. So watch those 2 guys tonight. Second and
got
6.
A really good defensive line, so we'll see how this measures up.
Just a straight keeper out of the Wildcat as Williams took the snap. He's a big kid, too, as you can tell on the screen, 5'10", 240. But he was hit pretty quickly on that play with the first hit coming from DeModrick Wade. It's going to be 4th and 5.
Here he goes straight up the middle. Modric Wade comes off the end. Boom. You take him down quickly. I mean, there's just no running room right there because, you know, Rowlett's got 8 guys in the box waiting on him to run.
Yeah, there were plenty of people on the tackle, too, as Jeremiah Franks was also there. The same place kicker will now do the punting, Giovanni Serrano. Good snap, gets it off against a heavy rush.
Look at that punt.
End over end, very high but short. Fair caught by Antonio Hull at the 31 of Rowlett. It did sail pretty nicely, though, 30-yard punt. Almost looked like it was straight up when it came out. That's about as high of a punt as I've seen in a long time.
That kid right there just about got that same height. He Supermaned it.
So Rowlett with their second possession of the ball game. They went 75 yards with their first one in 6 plays and used 2.5 minutes off the clock and really mixed it up well as they marched the field and lead at 7-0.
I think it was a good drive all around. I mean, I think even the coaches called some good plays. They went from left side, they went to the right side. They actually ran up the middle once. You know, they really used all of the football field.
Ball center of the field on 1st and 10. 2 receivers each way. Paul in shotgun. Chauncey Amos to his right. Going to hand it to Amos on a delay, and he's in trouble. Going to be dropped for a big loss. Just a very slow developing play, and South Garland read it well, led by
Aaron Brito. Boy, yeah. I mean, he blew it up. He comes straight through the middle, and he's a big kid. Got a lot of energy, and boom, watch him come through there. Whoa! You don't have a chance right there. He gets his claws on you.
That is one big young man. We don't have any weights, but trust me, he's big, as you can see on our screen. Lost 3 on first down.
He runs over 2 people to get to the running back.
Eagles send 3 receivers left, 1 right. Ball almost center of the field on 2nd and 13. Paul with a count and shotgun. Going to option it right. He'll cut it up quickly, though, and gets a little bit of yardage back to the original line of scrimmage. But good play there. Gabriel Ellis, big defensive tackle, 6'1", 200, made the stop.
So yeah, I like the play. Again, they had Brito take on 2 guys, and when he do that leaves your other guys, somebody going man-to-man, and Ellis was able to make the play.
3rd and 10, Rowlett will try and keep this drive alive. 3 receivers left, same set as a moment ago. Now they look to the sideline for a new play. Have to pick this up to keep the drive alive.
3rd and long.
Rowlett with a 5-man front, 6 in the box. Looking for a pass. Paul will throw. Fires it incomplete. Wow. And almost picked off by a diving Datavian Lee, who stepped in front.
Boy, that was nice because it really was a 10-yard comeback pattern or an out pattern, and the ball was thrown nice, sharp, on time. And I thought Lee was I thought he was going for the deep ball, but he has such quick feet. He was able to get back and put his hands down and knock that ball out. Nice job by that young man. Shows his quickness.
Well, Rowlett's not in punt formation, but you figure Paul's going to drop back here any second and punt it. Yes, there he goes, and here comes the punt. It is short and straight left, and it's going to go out of bounds. It's just barely in South Garland territory. It looked like he kicked it off the side of his foot.
Yeah, it goes out to about the 46, 47. But, you know, Rowlett does that. That's a great play. We've talked about a lot of these struggling teams that have a hard time snapping the ball all the way back to their punter, and there's so many miscues doing that. This is a very good play because the defense doesn't know, and they just step back, quick punt it, and usually it's a pretty good punt.
You know, I hate to jinx it, but I will anyway. We haven't had a penalty yet. That's very unusual. Here come the Colonels for their second possession. Went 1-2-3 punt on their first one. Best field position of the night, though. They started at the 34 last time.
Look how many defensive players Rowlett has in here. They've got 4 down linemen and 3 linebackers, and then basically a corner that's sneaking in there as well.
Jaquarion Turner in shotgun has the snap, looking for a block as he sweeps it left, and nothing there. Look at all the maroon on top of Jaquarion Turner as he lost a couple of yards.
Yeah, it's going to be a long night if you're just going to be running that kind of a play. with that many maroon jerseys because they know exactly what you're going to do. So you're going to have to really wear Rowlett down by taking it up the middle, using the weight of that offensive line. And Turner, he's a big boy as well. He gets the ball. He can run over people and wear them out. Running sideways is not real good for bigger guys.
No, and obviously he's not real quick from the get-go. Now, you get him in the open space, Turner's a lot quicker, but, boy, he just had nowhere to go. This is DJ Williams taking the snap and runs into a wall of maroon. But coming out of there with the solo tackle was Xavier Gale. Again, that second leading tackler for the Eagles. 3rd and 12 coming. South 0 for 1 on 3rd down.
Boy, there's just a lot of maroon right there. And actually, you can see a lot of these guys that you were seeing on defense are now on offense playing as well.
Going to send 3 receivers out to the right.
There you go. Spread them out a little bit. Get that maroon jerseys out of the box.
Williams still in there in shotgun. And he wants to throw. We got a whistle, though. And our first penalty marker of the night. Probably procedure, illegal type of procedure. Yes, it is against South Garland. So as if 12 wasn't enough, now they need 17 on 3rd down.
5-yard penalty, kickoff against Colonels, false start. Brings it back to the 39-yard line. Pete, 3rd down. 17.
And that was referee Tommy Little with the call in the white hat.
Rowlett fans enjoying a little 4-0 going in here.
Yep, and 2-0 in district as they're tied for the lead right now. South Garland needs a win badly. They are 0-2. Going to be out of the playoff race soon if they don't pick up a win here or there. Williams slings it out to the right. Just bad pass intended for Livingston. Converging was Lance Canyon, the quarterback.
Yeah, I was going to say Lance Canyon missed a big opportunity there. He was going for the hit, and the ball just goes right. Ooh, we didn't even see it come to him.
Giovanni Serrano with his second punt of the night coming. He kicked the first one 30 yards. And Antonio Hull will be deep. He's expecting a good punt here, Bobby, waiting all the way back at the 25. Looks like Rowlett may have a rush on here. We'll see. It's another pretty good snap. Here they come. Boy, they almost got it for a second time. And this is an excellent punt. Hull had to make a fair catch because it had a nice hang time at the 27-yard line.
2 beautiful punts. So much hang time on both those punts that Hull was not being able to do anything with it. He's barely able to catch it before the defender is right on him. So he's fair catching it, no return. Great punt.
39 yards, Bobby, with no return. Can't ask for more than that. So here come the Eagles. Center of the field, the ball is at the 27, going left to right here in the first quarter. So you see the cheerleaders in their pink again, Breast Cancer Awareness Month, all of October. 2 receivers each way here on 1st and 10. Amos is the back to the left of Tupal. 5-man front. Here they come. Tupal options. Pitch to Amos, who got a block and almost had the sideline, but he was tripped up after a pretty good gain. And another tackle for Mauricia Wiley Jr.
Again, it's working for them. It's this option. It's really confusing South Garland. Great tackle right there. If he doesn't get there, Marcevia Wiley Jr. doesn't get there, that might be going the distance.
Yeah, the sideline was next if Wiley didn't get him. 3 receivers out to the right, the far side as we go from the left hash. 2nd and 2. Tupal has the first down and more as he hurdles one defender and gets it out to the 41-yard line for a gain of 6.
Boy, when he leaves his feet, it's always dangerous.
Yeah, you don't really want
to be careful right there in the middle.
Yeah, you don't want your quarterback leaving his feet.
Let you hurdle this guy right here. Oh, boy, that could get you.
And he got pounded, too. Pounded hard to the ground by Juarez. Rowlett taking a lot of time getting that play from the sideline. We still got 17 on the play clock from the 41-yard line. 2 receivers each way. Tupal directing a couple of folks. Actually, he's pointing out people on the line, the defensive line, which is a 4-man front. 2 inside linebackers here on 1st and 10. Gets away from him, picks it up, in trouble, just trying to get something out of nothing.
Oh, my goodness,
and he's still loose. Still going as he spins his way to the 49. In the box score, that's an 8-yard gain. Here at the stadium, it was mass confusion.
You know, Tupou has, it seems like every game he's growing a little bit. I mean, he's learning how to play the game. He's slow. It looks like the game is slowing down. Earlier in the season, he would have taken that and probably just put it down on the ground and took the play there. But now he's making moves, seeing people.
I had a feeling he was going to be a good one. He played a lot as a backup on that Rowlett team last year, and they were able to get him in quite a bit. And also, I remember the quarterback got hurt here and there, Preston Weeks, during the season, so he had to play at times.
Yeah, I think just the game in general is slowing down to him, and we'll see how much he throws the ball, see how that works for him, too.
2nd and 2, quick out pass, gets a block, and free down the sideline as Evans cuts it up, and he's going to go the distance. 5, touchdown, Rowlett Eagles. Jerry Evans, great move he made.
Again, you know, from Tupou, it starts out with that pass being on time and in front of Evans. I mean, he doesn't have to wait on it. He catches it immediately on the run. See there? And then it's just great blocks, and then Evans just makes a guy miss at the end here.
Jeremiah Taro with a clearing block, and then, yeah, he just put a move.
Yeah, puts a move, and that's just a nice job right there by Rowlett. Good execution all the way around.
New kicker here. This is the kickoff man getting a PAT try, Delgadio. And he drills it down the middle. That is Sebastian Delgadio. Timeout, 1:54 left in the first quarter. Rowlett out to a 14-0 lead over South Garland on GRS TV. Scott Powell, Bobby George back at Homer B. Johnson Stadium. GRS TV Thursday night game. Look at the crowd. Look at the student body on hand here from, that looks like, what, is that Rowlett? Yeah, I see some maroon on the signs. That's kind of hard to tell when they're in pink, you know, whether it's South Garland or Rowlett. And then I saw the maroon on one of the signs, and that always means Rowlett here in the Garland district. Delgadio with another left-footed kick, short, caught at the 15. Pretty good blocking right up the gut, and fumbling it was Wilson, Cavante Wilson, who got the recovery. Rowlett says we got it. South Garland says we got it. What does the official say? That's the one that counts. And it looks like South Garland keeps it.
It was a great return. You just got to hold on to that ball.
We may get a replay on this, see if he had it stripped out or whether it was hit on the ball.
1st and 10, South Garland, starting out at their 39.
Let's see. Oh, pop straight out. You see it just going. That ball's just free for anybody to get. Oh, Rowlett almost gets it right there, and great hustle by the white jersey.
Colonels will go from the right hash. They got 3 receivers to the short side of the field, right. Nobody out here to the left. Jaquarion Turner in the shotgun. Gets the snap. Goes right. Good blocking as he goes across the 45 and almost got the first down. Definitely their best run of the night, a gain of 9.
That's what you want to do. If you find a little weakness there, go ahead and expose it. Follow big number 75, Marcus Sanchez. Look at him lead blocking out there, pushing number 10 all the way. He's still going. I mean, if you got somebody like that, you just got to follow right behind him.
Enos Henderson made the stop from down low, got a little help. Gonna have DJ Williams. It's hard to tell who they're snapping it to because they both look like they're ready for it, and Turner gets it.
Gets that first down, keeps that chain moving. That's what you want. You got to keep that time just rolling off the clock and just keep getting those first downs. Keep Rowlett off the field.
That is the first down of the night and the first cross of midfield for South Garland's offense.
Well, you see right there, 75. He's just working, man. I'm staying right behind him.
Jeremiah Franks one of the tacklers for Rowlett. They're going to go with 2 receivers to that short side right as they're going down the right hash mark here.
Did you see that flip? That was beautiful.
Also have a wing to the right. Turner has the snap. He cuts it out right. Going to be hit and downed immediately. Nice open field tackle there after he had a pretty good hole initially. The tackle by Lance Canyon came in with 19 tackles on the year.
Yeah, he comes from deep in that safety position, reads it all the way. But, boy, that was a good run right there. Good lead blocking, 57. All these guys lead blocking, and he's the only one left out there, and he makes the good stop.
It's a gain of 4, 2nd and 6 Colonels. We've only got 2 seconds. That's going to do it for the first quarter. Look at all the pink and the fans in the stands tonight.
That's
good
the end of
crowd
the first
here on a
quarter.
Thursday night.
I'm out.
Come back for the second quarter in a moment. It's Rowlett 14, South Garland nothing on GRS TV. Well, Rowlett with a 2-touchdown lead, 14-0 after 1 quarter.
Yeah.
South Garland's got a decent little drive here, got their first downs of the game.
Yeah, Rowlett's got 6 first downs, 148 total yards, 93 in the air, and let's see, 55 on the ground, so 148 total. South Garland 18 so far total yards.
And only 1 first down. They got a 2nd and 6 at the Rowlett 42. High snap pulled in, handoff Wilson, sweep left, nobody there to block, and he's going to be driven out of bounds by Enos Henderson. All I saw were 3 maroon jerseys chasing him and nobody there to block him. Watch
this.
this.
Looked like a great play. I mean, it looks a little play action kind of, but well, you have all of these single-digit numbers, small numbers, 21, 31. You know those are the fast guys, and they were there waiting on it. So, you know, you just tried to get outside, but there was just too many maroon jerseys.
Gain of 1, 3rd, 5.5 needed. You know, you mentioned it. They're doing pretty well between the tackles, especially over the right side of the line.
Yeah,
going wide's been a problem.
They've done good with the 3 backfield.
Williams takes the snap. Quick swing out to Wilson. He catches it, but it was hitting immediately as Rowlett read that one from the get-go. And on the stop was Chauncey Amos in there, number 3. Gosh, it makes me do a double take. Was that really Chauncey Amos?
I think it's 31.
31.
Right there, yeah.
Okay, the 1 was hidden.
Adams.
I do apologize. Yeah. I didn't think it was Chauncey Amos. He doesn't usually go both ways. That's what got me suspicious from the get-go. You don't want your best running back playing both ways if you can help it. So a defensive stand for Rowlett. South Garland's in punt formation in Rowlett territory. You know, you might think twice, maybe go for this, but right now they're in punt formation, and we got a penalty marker. Only the 2nd time we've seen yellow tonight.
Prior to the snap, false start.
And it's procedure, so they're going to go back 5 yards.
5-yard penalty. Remains 4th down.
Yeah, it's almost at that point where you're in that zone where you're on the 40-yard line, 5-6 yards to go. I mean, what is the gain if you punt it and he catches it and he gets 10 yards? You've only lost like 10. It's one of those, it's real close to, you know, maybe you should go for it or not.
You're down 14-0. You're an underdog in the game, and you're having trouble stopping Rowlett. That's everything says go for it, in my opinion. But now it's 4th and 11. Much harder get here. Serrano had time this time. Boy, he's a good punter. This one's long and toward the near sideline, and he's going to get it out around the 10-yard line. Let's see where that side judge marks it. Actually, that's the line judge, and he's going to say the 13-yard line. So that's a 34-yard punt.
Yeah, so good decision, right? I mean, the coaches knew their punter was going to do a good job. Put him out there, put him down inside the 15. I mean, that's what you want. You just well, like we were saying, you know, you're down 14 and you're in that little neutral zone of should I go for it or go for it, or not go for it. But you know, they go ahead and punt it inside the 15. That's a good job. depend on your defense now to shut them down.
Eagles have the play from the sideline going right to left here in the second quarter. Early second, they've got a 14-0 lead, scored touchdowns on 2 of their 3 first quarter possessions. 3 receivers right, ball on the left hash. They're going to option left. Tupal keeps it. Nice clearing block, but he will be downed after a short gain. Good closure there from the South Garland defense, led by Kyler Kinsey.
Yeah, that time he almost overran him, but he was able to get his arm out there and hold Tupal. But you got to be careful not to overrun right here. You just got to, because after you miss, he's on his way to run. You're really the only one left out there, so you got to make sure that you got the right angle and put your shoulder pads and helmet right in front of his chest.
Tupal got 4, 2nd and 6. Same hash mark to the left, 3 receivers wide right. Let's see if they run it to the wide side. Tupal, nope, going to option left again. They cleared out, and he'll get close to the first down. In fact, I think he has it at the 24. They see something to the weak side, the short side of the field for that option.
That option's working for them, too. I mean, I think they get everybody to the other side because that's their strong side, basically. So you get your linebacker or whoever to that strong side. That leaves one guy less on the left, and they're taking advantage of it.
They're just moving it right down the left hash, still on the hash. 3 receivers out to the right.
Yeah, you can see how they line up. South Garland's got 4 down linemen, and then they've got an extra linebacker that's playing right off the line on the left-hand side, which is the side that has the most field on it, so the right side.
Tupal wants to throw. Time over the middle. Caught. Hole. He may go the distance. He will go the distance. Touchdown, Rowlett Eagles.
Woo.
Antonio Hull.
I mean, just a simple post pattern. Got everybody man to man. And they're so afraid of that run option. And Tupal's really throwing the ball well. I mean, this ball is put right on the money. Look at this. Leads him perfect.
Yep. In full stride on the skinny post.
That's hard to do. That's hard to cover right there.
76 yards, Bobby. And the left footer is on for this PAT, Sebastian Delgadio. Tupal will hold it. The Rowlett band plays away the fight song. Good snap, good hold. Kick is high and good, just inside the right upright. Timeout on the field, 9:27, as you see Hull there on the sideline next to his teammate Simzik. Score, Rowlett 21, South Garland nothing on GRS TV. Third kickoff of the night for Rowlett. They've scored 3 touchdowns here with 9:27 left in the first half. Delgadio will kick it again, the lefty. They bring the safeties up. Most of his kicks have been to the 10 to the 20-yard line, so that's what they're expecting here. No wind, by the way, tonight as the flags are still as we look off to the south. Just perfect conditions for football here on a Thursday night. This one goes out of bounds, though, at the 23. South Garland's going to take the football. They only have 1 first down, 1 crossing in midfield on their first 3 possessions.
They had a pretty good drive going, you know, their last drive. I mean, they were getting some first downs. It just kind of ended on them. I think that they got away from what was working, which was running right off that right tackle, following number 75, their big offensive lineman.
Well, they kind of quit doing it, Bobby, after we brought up how successful it's been.
That's what I'm saying. Marcus Sanchez is really doing a good job over there. And the set that they were running out of, it looked like they had 2 guys in the backfield and 1 up back. And so they had all 3 of them. They're 2 lead blockers, and, you know, they kind of got away from it.
Jaquarian Turner will take the first snap. Yep. It's only the 3rd penalty of the night. One reason why we're moving quickly here in the first half.
78, 5-yard penalty. Down.
So you hear the voice of Tommy Little, the referee. That'll take it back to the 25, first and 15.
South Garland takes him back to the 25, first down, 15.
South Garland going left to right in those white and red uniforms. Rowlett ranked in the area with that undefeated 4-0 mark. You know, they're one game short because of getting lightninged out, weathered out a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, when they were playing Rockwall, they were going to play Rockwall.
The great rivalry, usually a great football game. It's a shame they didn't play it. Turner's going to sweep it right, still fighting for what he can get. He gets an extra yard to the 31, but the closure came in a hurry from the Maroon Eagles. DeModrick Wade was one of the tacklers. Good gain of 6, though.
Yeah, you'll take that if you can. If you can get 5-6 yards of carry, hey, that's good. I see what they're trying to do. They're trying to take these bigger running backs and pick on the smaller corners and safeties. But in order to do that, you've got to outrun everybody to the edge, and that's been pretty difficult for
Turner's come out here wide to the right. DJ Williams in the shot. Goes through his hands. There's a scramble for it. He does fall on it, though, as closing was Xavier Wills, but Williams beat Wills to the football. The key is that first try, and he cradled it nicely. You know, there's a certain way to recover a fumble, and look at the way he does it. This is how you draw it up. See how he came in from the side? If you just flop down on it, a lot of times that ball will squirt out of there.
Yeah, or
but he kind of came in from the
up.
side. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's another mistake they make sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes they just try to pick it up or whatever. But, yeah, he's protecting it with his body. That's how you do it. I think he felt the heat from number 40, Xavier Wills.
3rd and 17. Not a good situation for a team that doesn't like to throw it. We've got a timeout, and it's going to be a timeout taken, I believe, by South Garland. Yes, it is. Let's take one, too. 7:57 second quarter. It's all Rowlett, 21-0 over South Garland here on GRS TV. Back at Homer B. Johnson Stadium, South Garland with a 3rd and 17 following their timeout. Down 21-0 here midway second quarter. And that is Turner back in shotgun. He wants to run it, cuts it up, and he was tripped up in the backfield. DeModrick Wade with the penetration, and he had no chance because of Wade's shoestring tackle. We saw last game we did, Bobby, Wade is quite a factor as a linebacker.
Yeah, he comes straight off the right side. You see how he gets in there. He gets into the backfield, just gives no time for Turner to be able to just find some running room at all.
Serrano's averaging 35 yards on his first 3 punts. They're expecting a good one, Hull all the way back to his 40. Single safety. They've brought the rush all night. Here comes another one, and they almost got that one, but came up empty one more time. It's a decent punt, although it takes a huge Rowlett bounce, and it's going to end up being a short one down at the South Garland 43-yard line. Boy, you rarely see a hop like that. It usually goes the other direction. That is just a 33-yard punt. Well, right on his average, really.
Yeah, that ball goes straight up and has great hang time, but, boy, when it hit the ground, it took the terrible bounce for South Garland. Just gets it right through there. He doesn't get his leg extended because he's feeling the rush come, and that's probably why the ball went end over end.
Would have been more like a 40-yard punt if it didn't take the bad hop back into their face. 34-yard average on 4 punts for Serrano. About the only thing they got going for them tonight offensively, unfortunately.
I guess, you know, as much as Rowlett is really rushing to block that punt, they were doing a pretty decent job of not allowing it to happen.
Amos takes the handoff, and he is drilled to the turf almost simultaneously.
Yeah, Kenzie just gets through there. I'm not sure who he beats, him and Juarez.
I'm not sure Rowlett knows who he beat either. It happened so quickly.
He gets through there quick.
Loss of 4.
Boom.
Wow.
Yeah, it was Jose Juarez pops through there.
Juarez, a sophomore, starting for the Colonels tonight. 2nd and 14, ball on the right hash, so the Eagles have 3 receivers out to the wide left side. Amos to the right of Tupal in shotgun. Just a straight 2-step drop. Plenty of time. Deep middle. Caught. No! Dropped by King. King had a step on the defender and might have had 6 points with speed, Trayvon King, but he forgot the most important thing, hang on to the ball. What another perfect pass from Tupal. Look at this.
Yeah, he's got a lot of time. Look how great his line's doing. Big
Look at
number
this.
75, 68, and he just puts it right on the money.
It was too perfect, as they like to say. Too perfect for King. Oh, Tupal is really sharp tonight.
That line is giving him a lot of time to throw it. He's sitting back there being able to look everybody off and then throw that ball downfield.
3rd and 14. They've been successful on that post route all night. Tupal's going to have to scramble out of trouble.
Yeah,
drops it off short. Simsick down to his knees makes the catch. Short of the first down, but he got most of it back. There is a penalty marker way back in the backfield.
Yeah, it's going to be holding. And again, number 2 right there coming in, Jose Juarez, causing some havoc in the
Replay 3rd
backfield.
down.
Been a pretty clean game. Only 4 penalties have been thrown so far. Usually we get 4 a possession the way that some of the games have gone this year.
Watch how you can see he gets this bull rush coming through there, and all of a sudden you got to let him go.
Big man right up the middle.
Take him down, yeah.
That's a pretty good pass going to his right back across like that. Now it's 3rd and forever. They need it all the way to the South Garland 33. So they need 24 yards here on 3rd down, Rowlett does. And we've got the officials discussing something. Maybe they have that marked at the wrong place, Bobby. Now the penalty was at the 47. They got it marked at the 43. So I would, unless it was a spot foul, I think they go back another 5.
Yeah, well,
and that's what South Garland's saying over there.
Ruling on the field was that the pass was incomplete. Therefore, South Garland will decline the penalty.
Okay.
Be 4th down.
I thought it was
at the previous
complete,
spot.
Bobby. It must have skipped off the turf. We have a replay of that? I thought he caught that football. Well, you heard it.
Yeah, I think I'm backing him up anyway. I'm not sure why you would. Why not?
For a team you're having trouble stopping.
Well, maybe it's 4th down here.
It would have been 24 with the penalty on the need.
Let's see.
See if he caught this. Well, hard to tell.
How they call that not a.
Looks like he cradled it with his hands, didn't it?
Looked like a catch to me.
Well, all for naught. Let's move on. Here's a 2-paw punt, and it's a beauty. Look.
Let it go.
Hits 1 yard deep, and that'll be a touchback. 47 yards for Chase Tupal, the quarterback.
Yeah, sometimes when you can just do that quick punt, somehow it just seems to work for them, and they do it really well.
It used to be a lot more popular about 10 years ago, the quarterbacks punting it. You don't see it as much anymore.
But with as many people having a hard time snapping the ball 12 yards deep, and, you know, we've seen it multiple games this year where they snap it. Yeah, it goes over their head or it's on the ground, and it's just a smart job because you only have to snap it like into shotgun, just 2 more yards back, and you just do a quick punt.
You know, I haven't seen a lot of games outside of the GISD. I wonder if that's just a common problem, finding deep snappers, but it didn't used to be. South Garland's going to go 1st and 10, ball on their left hash from the 20. Got another penalty that's going to stop the play, probably illegal procedure.
Prior to snap, false start, offense, 56, 5-yard penalty.
That'll move it to the 15.
Well, it's starting to get them. That yellow flag bug is really starting to get the Colonels.
Rowlett leading 21-0. South Garland would love some points before halftime. We're right at the halfway mark. See all the pink in the stands. So we look around, Bobby. Rowlett's got a bigger crowd tonight than South Garland. Turner has the snap. He's in trouble just trying to find an opening and nothing available. He's so big, though, he squeezes out a little bit out of nothing.
It looks like Tito just holding up that middle was able to, as he's running around scrambling, Tito's there to just cover him up.
Chris Lockett, big junior defensive tackle, also there. Got a yard out of that, which is a little hard to believe. Again, Turner's a big kid. He just leans forward and gets a yard.
2nd and 14.
Well, a couple in the stands enjoying the action tonight.
Hey, it's a beautiful night, too. It's cooled down, not too hot.
Fans love to wave at those GRS TV cameras, so help yourself. Here's a snap to Turner. He's got some running room around right tackle as he spills out to the 24 for a gain of 8. But it's going to be 4th down needed. And they're going to need actually 6 here on 4th down. Check the blocking here. They got Wade tied up in the middle.
Yeah, just a little change of pace with Turner.
In Colonel's base, 3rd down.
Oh, it's 3rd down. Excuse me. I thought it was 3rd down. So they got one more down here. Need the 30 to keep it moving. 3 receivers left. That's the wide side.
Well, they are spreading them out. We haven't seen them do that. Rowlett still has 4 defensive linemen and 4 linebackers, so they're going 4-4.
Oh, 5 rush and 8 in the box, and Turner finds an opening, breaks a tackle, and almost broke a second tackle. Lance Canyon tripped him up, but Turner with a 1st down over left guard.
Boy, that's exactly what they needed. They started it out with a 5-yard penalty at 1st and 15. Boy, great blocking. Everybody got somebody. Got a white jersey on a maroon jersey.
Well, yeah, Turner's tough to bring down the open field too, isn't he?
When you do that, I mean, you've got some running room. Usually, you get a white jersey on the defensive lineman, and the linebackers stay free. But this time, they were able to get out on the linebackers, and boy, you do that, you get some running room.
Turner and Williams are waiting for the snap, and they snap it to Turner, left guard, hit early, fighting. They're going to give him the 39-yard line.
Stopped after a short gain of 2 on the 39-yard line.
There's the play that we were talking about where you have 2 lead blockers.
DeModrick Wade one more time in on the tackle. Their top tackler for the Rowlett team. Pick up a 2, 2nd and 8.
Average 9 a game coming in tonight.
Yeah, he plays that right defensive end. He switches over to the left defensive end. Then he'll push back and play a little bit out, like a yard off, playing that outside linebacker.
Yeah, he's officially an outside linebacker, but yeah, he kind of plays like an end too. And another procedure call. South Garland having trouble with these.
Start. Offense. Number 76.
Kind of a DeMarcus Ware position, you know. They called him an end, but Ware was almost like a linebacker also.
Against South Garland. Backs him up 5 yards to the 34.
Tommy Little winds the clock after the walk-off. We're counting at 3:12 here in the 2nd quarter. Rowlett leading 21-0. 2nd and 13 South. They're in no hurry as they come slowly to the line. We're down to 7 on the play clock. 6, 5. They're going to get it off, it looks like, and they do. This is Williams, gets an opening over right tackle, and he's out to the 40 for a gain of 6. It's going to be another 3rd and long, though.
Yeah, it's all these penalties. They keep starting, you know, with 5 yards back. So, you know, it started out this whole drive started back at the 20-ish, and then all of a sudden they had to move it back 5 for procedure, and now they had it on 2nd down and short. They had procedure to move them back again. So, you know, they're having as good as Rowlett's defense is. You don't need to help them.
3rd and 7. Tight set, 1 receiver wide left. Gonna run it. This is Turner coming right. Fights for what he can get, but he's down at the 43 as he kind of dove at the last minute to get an extra yard, and he got 3 out of it.
So here we go. You got to punt it again now, and you got to give it right back to Rowlett.
Or do you go for it?
Well, they were on the 40 of Rowlett's end earlier and punted it, so I don't know that they would want to choose to do that now unless you think, well, the game's getting out of hand a little bit, so might as well go for it. But there's a minute 45 till the half, so I think you punt this away and see if your defense can hold them.
They've held them twice and given up 3 touchdowns, 3 out of 5 possessions.
All their touchdowns have been long touchdowns. They had a touchdown to Amos for 15 yards, and then they turn around Evans for 51, and then Antonio Hull for 76. So if they can keep them from getting the big plays, then maybe
they've done a decent job otherwise.
Yeah, maybe you can hold them here for a minute and 35 seconds left to the half.
3 big plays. 76, 51, and 27, as you said. That totals out to 78, 150 yards on 3 touchdown passes. That's 50 yards a touchdown pass. Don't forget this week, not only can you watch this game all week, our Friday night game of the week will be Lakeview and Wiley, Lakeview Centennial and the Wiley Pirates. So you can watch both games all week here on GRS TV. We got 2 games a week for you. And here comes South Garland with a 4th down and punt formation for Serrano, at least in the beginning here. I wouldn't be surprised to see a fake, but I agree with you. I think they need to punt it away. Nobody's deep for Rowlett, if that tells you anything. They may be suspecting. They take a timeout, go to the sideline.
Oh, they got to drop them.
Yeah, there goes Henderson.
Enos Henderson. Oh, it was a fake.
It was.
And they
Kinsey,
throw it.
Left-handed Kinsey throws, and it's too short and low for the receiver. I like the fact they tried it, but it came up empty, and Rowlett takes over.
But they never throw the ball. It's a good play. If he runs it right there, he might have an opportunity, but he's just having to throw a left-handed pass, and even if he catches it, I think he's going to be short.
Something tells me Rowlett's not done here in the first half. They've got a minute and a half and 3 timeouts to work with here from the South Garland 43.
Yeah, now Rowlett's had 238 yards total, so 169 in the air, and Tupol's been really good. 5 of 8 passing, and one of them was a drop for a touchdown, basically. So he's been really good. 69 on the ground.
Hole, King, and Evans are wide to the left here. Simsick out to the right with one-on-one coverage. Some reason we have a delay. I don't see any penalty markers. Now we're ready. Tupol in the shotgun.
These kind of plays right here, they see this defense, they'll throw that little pop pass to their middle, the guy here on the left on the little pop pattern. They have 3 guys wide out. One of them is off the line. They'll throw it real quick to him.
Got the field spread out. Got an option at right.
Uh-oh.
Tupol keeps it as they take Amos and leave Tupol free. Evades a tackler to the sideline. Oh, he's
late hit
bumped
for sure.
out, and that's going to be an extra 15 against South Garland. Good call there. And it was on the South Garland sideline, so you can see the coaches are saying, hey, that wasn't too smart.
Again, this shows the patience of Tupol. Earlier we were saying, he's seeing things in slow motion. So he's making a guy miss right there, stepping back outside, making another guy miss, then getting out of bounds.
There's your late.
Oh, man, that was a bad play right there.
Not good, yeah.
Late hit out of bounds.
Most of the problem he had was kind of bumping into his own offensive lineman.
Automatic first down.
55, Turner Petravia. But didn't knock him down, and a 1st and 10 after the 18-yard gain at the 13 of South. Tupol may be changing the play here. 3 receivers to the wide side, the left side. Long count, but plenty of time on the play clock. Still waiting for the snap.
Yeah,
they're going to do it again, and we're under 10. We're at 6-5 on the play clock.
Oh, boy, they had Jerry Evans wide open
2.
over here.
Better hurry. There they go.
There it is.
Swing to Evans. Breaks 1 tackle. Gets the blocking. Jerry Evans.
Yeah.
Touchdown, Rowlett Eagles.
Yeah, you could see it. I mean, it was totally set up perfect, and it looked like the Colonels were trying to bait him. But you try to bait him, and the ball gets there too quick, you're not able to get back out on him, and that's what happened. They were trying to hide him. And then all of a sudden, boom, you make one guy miss, and then everybody else makes some good blocks downfield, and you're off to the toe races, man.
Jatavian Lee at toe races. I love that. Jatavian Lee had a shot at him in the open field, and then he got the 2 blocks from his receiver.
Yeah, you could see it up here, though. It was set up perfectly. Nobody was over Evans. He was by himself over there, and it looked like a linebacker was kind of hiding and then was going to hop out over there and try to get him. But then you're out of position.
Delgadio splits the uprights for the PAT. We got a timeout. 1:14 left first half. Rowlett 28, South Garland nothing here on GRS TV. Rowlett with some really quick scoring drives. They've gone 6 plays, 75 yards, 5 plays, 73 yards, 3 plays, 87 yards, and this last drive, 3 plays, 43 yards. All 4 PATs are good, and they lead at 28-0. Here's the kickoff. Tries to come up this near side, and just not enough blocking available over here on the return by Roberto Palacios. So 1 minute and 9 seconds, only 1 timeout. Remember, Rowlett still got all 3 of their timeouts, so even if South Garland tries to run this clock out, Rowlett could use their timeouts and try and get the ball back.
Yeah, I don't think they would do that, though. It's 1 minute left. You go ahead and you stop them here, and you go into halftime happy.
A lot of times the first play will determine what happens next. Rowlett's coming out a passing down, or maybe just to spread the field with 3 receivers. As always, the Wildcat formation. There's your snap low, but caught by Turner as he goes forward. Pretty good gain before he's driven back. The first hit by Darius Dunlap. 4th leading tackler, 2nd leader on that defensive line for Rowlett.
They got guys that will swarm to the ball. You notice that it's not usually just one guy hitting somebody and hanging on. It's as soon as somebody ties an offensive player up, there's maroon jerseys everywhere.
Well, you kind of need that with Turner because he's a big kid. It kind of takes gang tackling. We've seen him one-on-one, and we've seen some busted tackles when he's out in the open. But he hadn't been in the open much, and that's the key for Rowlett defensively. Williams just straight keeper. He's a big kid as he breaks a tackle, and the hanging on for dear life was Lance Canyon down low, and they finished him off, but not before he got a first down to the 44, gain of 12.
Yeah, I liked how they used Turner as he just jumped out like an option. And when they did that, the linebackers had to follow him out there, and it created a hole for Williams to run in.
Gonna let this clock run as we're ticking under 10 seconds. Right up the gut, a big gainer finally down. A couple of guys got him down. But again, those open one-on-one tackles are missing because of the size of Turner.
Well, now Colonels might need to call a timeout.
Turner's having trouble getting up as we've got 6 seconds on the clock. Turner is shaken up. He'll have to go out for at least a play. He's walking quickly, which is a good sign.
See how he gets that right there. Big guys giving him some lead blocking. Wow, just a pancake from Big 57 right there. Barnes, man, he just comes down there. Hey, follow that guy.
23-yard gain for Turner. 6 seconds, they can take a shot here. Maybe some kind of a trick play. South is out of timeouts, though, if they get the play done before it's the 6 seconds ticks off.
Now, you know they're kind of drawing up some kind of a trick play.
You got to figure it, yeah.
Who's got the strongest arm? Let's see if we can throw it all the way to the end zone.
This might be their deepest penetration as I check it out. It's only the 2nd time they've crossed midfield. The other time they got as far as the 42, so the deepest penetration for the Colonels. 6 seconds left, 1st and 10 at the Rowlett 38. Again, they're out of timeouts. South Garland is. This could be it. Williams waiting, has the snap. Looking to throw. Time. Deep over the middle. It's a race to the ball. It's knocked away. And
free
a flag.
play.
Remember, you can't end the half on a defensive penalty, and this could be defensive pass interference.
He's got a nice ball. He throws a really good tight spiral. Do it more often.
I agree.
Spread that defense out.
Interference on the defense, number 18. It's a 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. We'll play 1 untimed down.
Rowlett was playing without any safeties over the top. I mean, they just went straight man-to-man. And when you do that, you're running with a guy down the field when the ball's underthrown like that, which is what happened. It doesn't allow the receiver to come back and get it without bumping into you, and you get the flag.
So they get a free untimed play from the Rowlett 23. No kicker out there.
And they go to, I guess you run the same play.
Rowlett leading 28-0. This could be, we thought the last one would be, the final play of the first half.
Again, no safeties. Rowlett's running just man-to-man.
Deontay Jackson in that backfield. Williams going to throw it again. Deep far side.
Got him.
Caught.
Touchdown.
Touchdown, South
Woo!
Garland.
That's why you throw it. Beautiful catch right there. R.J. Bell
The big
reaching
tight end.
out, man. They get everybody going right, and he throws back left. You see all of Rowlett. They tricked him completely. Fingertip
Look
catch.
at that.
Woo!
Don't cut those fingernails next week, RJ.
And therefore was an eligible receiver.
Oh, no.
Play results in a touchdown. Period to be extended for the try.
So if they had an eligible receiver, why is the referee telling us about it?
Yeah, so they get everybody going. They put all 3 receivers to the right. They have him lined up, Bell lined up as a tight end, and then they get everything going to the right. It looks like all the blocking is going to the right, and then you can see all the safeties and everybody's going one direction, and then Bell releases the other way and makes a beautiful catch.
Serrano hits the PAT just inside the left upright, and that's going to do it for the first half. So South Garland goes to the locker room with a little confidence, and the lead is cut down a little bit. We're at the half. It's Rowlett 28, South Garland 7. Bobby George and I will be back for the second half in a few moments here on GRS TV. Scott Powell, Bobby George back at Homer B. Johnson Stadium. It's 28-7 Rowlett over South Garland, and coming up we'll have our first half highlights here in just a moment. And here we go, the Colonels out on the field. Here come the Maroon Eagles. Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Seeing a lot of pink at the stadium tonight. Love those socks. Swing pass to Amos, who goes 27 yards for the first Rowlett touchdown. One of 4 touchdown passes for Chase Tupal in the first half. Another short completion, and this will go the distance.
There. Yeah, that's what happens. They just throw a little bubble route, boom, 76 yards later, and 51 yards later, you're on the board.
Evans had a couple of touchdown catches. And here's one. No, that's Antonio Hull.
Yeah, 76-yarder.
76, you're right. He was wide open. Nobody even came close to Hull.
Had a lot to cheer about in this game.
This will be Jerry Evans. Look at the step he makes, and then look at the block he got from Hull to get him into the end zone from 23 yards out.
Look at this.
25.
Whoa!
Whoa, they're good at that.
High flying.
May see some more of that in the second half.
Little trick play here.
Well, South Garland gets on the board. DJ Williams to RJ Bell.
What a catch.
The initials combination. DJ to RJ.
That's a way to go into halftime right there.
And they get the ball first here in the second half, so that'll be something to keep an eye on. Touchback on the kickoff. South will start at their 25. Any first half numbers that are interesting, Bobby?
Well, Rowlett kind of controlled the whole game. 268 total yards to the Colonels 111, but really that last drive was big for the Colonels. I mean, they went down and scored the touchdown, so most all their yards come off that one drive. So they got 6 first downs, Colonels did, 111 total yards, 22 passing yards, 89 on the ground.
Jaquarion Turner will start as the Wildcat quarterback. Takes the snap, breaks one tackle, and squeezes through a couple of tacklers for a couple of yards to the 30. Got 5 out of that, just kind of dodging tacklers.
Yeah, I like the play there. The play call, again, have somebody in the backfield with you, lead blocking, and just let him come off the block. Pick up 4 or 5 yards on first down. Then that leaves you, manageable second down.
Again, Turner will break the one-on-one tries, and he's done a lot of that tonight. He just did on that last play. That's why the gang tackling has worked for Rowlett most of the night. Now they're going to put big DJ Williams back there. It's 5'10", 240. Send Turner and another receiver out to the left. Williams will go over left guard, just powering his way for a couple. There is, as always, Gabriel Tito always seems to be a part of those tackles, between the tackles.
Yeah, he plays right over the center, and he's able to just hold that center up and just wait for the ball carrier to come to him, and usually they do.
Xavier Gale, one of the linebackers. Look at Tito play off that block and get a piece of it. South Garland taking a lot of time in the huddle. We're under 15 on the play clock. 3rd and 1, very manageable for a change tonight. Most of them have been 3rd and longs.
Yeah, I think I'm going to hand this one to DJ Williams.
Or just snap it and go.
Yeah.
Little high snap. Turner brings in, and he's got the first down and more to the 39.
Or you do that. You snap it to the fast guy and let DJ Williams lead block for you to get that first. That's a nice play.
So move the change, which we hadn't said much tonight for South Garland.
Yeah, just follow Big Orta. That's what I'm saying. Get behind number 76 right there, man. He's going to clear it out for you.
Enos Henderson made the tackle, but not before Turner had or Williams had the first down. Right hash mark with pretty much a tight formation. Turner's going to hand it off, which is a little unusual, believe it or not. And running with it was Cavante Wilson. Nice little burst over the right side of the line there. Quick feet to the 44.
Yeah, good job. Just a different play than what they've been normally doing. Everybody's keying off of Turner or Williams there, and he basically hands it off and kind of tricks everybody. Nobody knows who's got the ball. If you can confuse the defense, that's perfect. That's what you want to do.
And a handoff helps to lead to that confusion in the backfield. Who would have known a handoff would be confusing?
Oh, they got one-on-one coverage out there. I wonder if he's going to pull back and throw this thing.
2nd and 5. It's Turner.
Oh,
now he's going to go forward, breaks a tackle. Again, a one-on-one try, miss, and he gets a lot of extra yardage to the 45 of Rowlett. Lots of arm tries on Turner, and they usually come up empty.
You got to blow the whistle, or the referee's got to take control, because once these guys start getting thrown backwards, man, you've got to stop the clock. You've got to blow that whistle and control the game.
Gain of 11 for Jaquarion.
Look at these blocks out here, man.
Tito missed him.
Big dudes. 57 right there. I mean, that guy is working.
Xavier Gale with another tackle for the Eagles.
Well, you got to give all of that yards to Barnes right there, the big number 57. Snaps the ball and then takes off and clears everybody out.
2 first downs on a drive that started back at the 25. They're going to sweep it with Wilson. He's cut down quickly in the backfield, making the penetration and the tackle. Xavier Gale. Boy, we've called his name a lot tonight. Number 24, as you see on the screen there. He is a quick linebacker. He's about the size of a DB, really, but, man, he can make a lot of tackles.
Yeah, trying to outrun them to the outside, it's just not really worked for the Colonels. It's just been cut down pretty quick by the speedy, fast guys on the outside for Rowlett.
It was the Xavier combo. Xavier Wills was also in on that tackle. They each got a half a stop. Blitz coming. Bounce it off is Turner. He gets a little bit out of nothing as he read that blitz and took it over left guard.
They're jamming down there.
And
trying to give their defense some encouragement.
Jeremiah Franks made the tackle. 3rd and 10 or 3rd and 9 coming. Rowlett's defense starting to stiffen in their end of the field. Here come the Colonels, going to send 2 receivers right, ball on the left hash. That's Turner waiting for the snap. We're under 10 on the play clock.
Oh, we jumped. Start them over.
Yeah. We're going to go to 3rd and 14 now.
Boy, that's tough.
They've had about 4 of these tonight.
False start. Offense, number 8.
Yeah, that's the referee, Tommy Little.
And it's hard for the Colonels to get 15 yards in one play. You know, they're more of the, let's get 4 and 5 yards at a chunk and keep turning that first down.
Of course, another way, a good bright spot is this could be 4-down territory at the Rowlett 49, although they haven't gone yet tonight on 4th. You know, you get half of it here and half of it on the next one.
Well, they put DJ Williams way outside over here.
Way outside. He's off the camera right now. Jaquarion takes a snap, going left, in trouble, breaks through it, and
is he gonna get
here's
it?
an open
He got
field
it.
tackle right at the first down marker as he drugged to Xavion Hines a couple of yards to get that first down, and he does have it at the 35.
Very nice. Shows his burst of speed, but look at these linemen just coming out there. He has to make those two guys miss, and then once he does that, he gets a lot of nice blocking right there.
One of them was DeModrick Wade that he broke through.
He has to, on Hines. Hines makes the tackle, but when he tackles him, he pulls him on top of his belly, and it kind of springs him forward for another yard to get the first down.
South Garland trailing 28-7, but marching on the opening kickoff of the second half, the opening drive. They scored the last possession of the first half. Turner with a short gain over the left side. Gabriel Tito was there.
Boy, I think I'm just going to keep trying to run behind big Xavier Orta, number 76. If you see this play again, I mean, he really gets a nice pancake on one of the best players for the Eagles, number 14, Wade. Watch this. He just gets him right here, just drives him backwards and just keeps going, gets the pancake right there.
This has already been a 6-minute drive for South Garland. Rowlett hadn't even seen the football here in the second half. 11th play coming, and DJ Williams is now in the Wildcat. Has the snap, looking for a block. Bulls his way across the 30 to the 28. Very manageable 3rd and 3 coming for the Colonels.
Yeah,
and a timeout by Rowlett. I think they're not happy with their defense, Bobby. As they take a quick timeout, we'll take one too. We may not get another chance. 5:27 left third quarter. Rowlett 28, South Garland 7. The Colonels driving here on GRS TV. Back here at Homer B. Johnson Stadium, it's been all South Garland here in the third quarter. They started back at their 25. 12th play of the drive coming. They need a first down 4 yards from now, 3rd and 4.
And this is what we say, you know, they've got some big offensive linemen and they've got some big runners in Williams and Barnes. So they're able to do this.
Deontay Jackson goes under center, takes the snap, and just fights forward and has the first down. There was nothing there, and just a brute force run from Jackson. He's a big kid. All these guys are big. Jackson is 235 pounds.
I mean, they won the battle on the line. These are big linemen right here. It got stuffed immediately. Boom. But watch them keep going and penetrating backwards. And they just go and go and go. And look at Williams carrying him. They can't get him down. I tell you, I'm just going to keep doing what they're doing. If I'm the coach, just keep running it right up the middle because it looks like Rowlett has found, you know, starting to tire a little bit.
They already took a timeout because of it. Turner has it go over his head. Back to get it, and he wisely falls on it because he's got 3 more plays. That was a first down play. And a loss of 13 yards.
Boy,
Goodness.
that one's really tough right there. When you have all the momentum, you're getting going here, and you're really being able to wear that Rowlett defense down, and then that one goes clean over his head. Loses 13 yards on the play.
2nd and 23. Probably 4-down territory, though, so you just get a little bit back at a time. 4:15 and counting here in the third quarter. South Garland's had the ball the entire quarter. Turner's got it. Got a block, breaks a tackle. He's going to go the distance. Jaquarion Turner. Touchdown, South Garland.
Woo! They are wearing them down. That defensive line is just having that big number 57 Barnes. He's been working people in there, and I tell you, they're just wearing that defense down. That hole was nice to run through, and he found it, and he was gone.
75-yard drive in 13 plays.
Look at that. Look at that
7
line
minutes.
blocking right there. There was just nobody outside those linebackers. Once the linemen got on the linebackers, he had an open field to run in.
7:58 on the time of the drive. The extra point, Serrano, he just barely got it through that left upright, but it was good. Timeout on the field. South Garland now within 14 points at 28-14. It was 28-0. 4:02 left in the third quarter. Back in a moment on GRS TV. The South Garland sideline with a little bit of life. There's Jaquarion Turner getting congratulations from R.J. Bell, who caught a touchdown pass to end the first half, and then the Colonels go 75 yards to start the second half and use over half of the third quarter clock to do it.
That's exactly what they want to do. They just want to eat that clock up where, you know, they have no time for Rowlett to have the ball to do anything.
Here's a kick return by Rowlett. And that is Enos Henderson, mostly a defender, returns the kick.
Yeah, some people say the best defense is a great offense. And, you know, that's kind of what's happened right here. When Rowlett's offense is not on the field the whole first quarter, they can't score. So South Garland does a great job of driving down the field, picking up first downs on every third down. They just kept picking up another first.
You know, if South can hold them here, all of a sudden we got a new ball game. But they've got to show the ability to play some defense now, which has been a problem. 4 big plays for Rowlett. Amos, the running back to the left of Tupal in shotgun. Amos gets the handoff. Looking for a block. Nothing there, although he does spill out for a couple. But the big man on his back, just jumping on for the ride, was big number 72, Aaron Brito.
Uh-oh, again, you've got 3 wide out there, and there's nobody on them.
Here we go with the pitch left. Amos broke one tackle and just bulls his way. Carried a couple of defenders on his back, including Lawrence McGarry for the first down to the 48.
Boy, they've really done a good job with this option, and it's been hard to stop. Every time they run it, they able to get positive yards. And when you got fresh legs out there that can carry a couple of guys for the first down, that's also nice.
Tupal may be changing the play from the left hash. 3 receivers to the right. Got an option left to the short side. Keeps it. Nice gain to the 39. 7 yards on first down.
Well, they've just South Garland's just really had a hard time stopping that play.
Make it the 41 of South Garland. I just keep running it, and they're running it to the short side.
Yeah, what helps them is, you know, they spread the offense out, so the defense is all over the place.
Dive to Amos, trying to get away. He will not, and stop for no gain. 3rd and 3 coming, and again, Aaron Brito with the stop. So he grabbed on and wouldn't let go.
And he's done a great job in there. We've called his name a couple of times. He's been able to move that pocket.
Bobby, I found his weight. How about 6'1", 290, Mr. Brito?
Yeah.
He looks every bit of it,
He's
doesn't he?
playing like it.
3rd and 3. Rowlett needs a first down to keep it going. They could go on 4th down at the South 41. A little end around. This is Evans. Breaks a tackle. He's got the first down. And his forward progress will get an extra yard to the 38. Gain of 3.
Boy, they know they had him. They had him for the stop. But they just kind of missed the tackle and let him get that first down on him.
He cut it back once he got in trouble.
Right
Amos with
here.
the lead block.
He got him right there. If he could have just stood him up and make that tackle.
There's a miss right there by Ellis. Fresh set at the 38 of South Garland from the left hash. Remember, they like to run that option to the short side. 1:45 and counting third quarter. Rowlett trying to answer with a score here, leading 28-14. Play action, quick swing pass out, caught by King, has a block, has a first down all the way to the 26-yard line, a gain of 13. Well executed.
Yeah, there's just nobody over the slot man. And the closest guy to him, which has him, is 15 yards back playing safety. I mean, you can see it here. There's nobody even hardly in the field of play. The safety's got to come back from 15 yards to come get him. It's an easy play. Pitch and catch.
The block by Brody Simsek, the receiver wide to the right. Here's a handoff to Amos, right up the gut, and a big hole as he backs his way near the first down marker. Going to be about a half-yard short at the 18, a gain of 9. So almost a free play here on 2nd and a yard and a half at the 19, they're going to call it.
Well, he just didn't get touched.
Going to throw it. Out pass caught by King. Gets another block. Looks like Simsek with the block again. Very similar to the last play, and another first down.
Yeah, they've got him wide open just sitting over there in the slot. He just kind of, just bows out a little bit. And
watch the Simsek block here.
There's nobody there. I mean, you've got to come down with your defense and cover him up.
Just ties up the defender, Brody Simsek does. Gain of 7, 1st and 10. You can get a first down at the 2. Same play again. This time South Garland saw it coming. And a nice play by Roberto Palacios, the cornerback.
He almost makes a play to catch the ball. If he was looking just a little quicker, he was going to make the tackle. But
Bobby,
he really just almost could step in front of that one and take it.
Bobby, you can only run the same play so many times. It's like 3 of the last 4 plays they've run it.
They're going to run it to the left side now. There's just nobody over them.
To Paul. Will hand it, though, to Amos right up the gut. All the way in for the Rowlett touchdown. Chauncey Amos.
Just like that. They spread them out, keep throwing outside, getting those linebackers to keep getting further and further out there to stop that pass, that bubble pass, and then what do? You run it for 12 yards right up the middle.
No penalties, 10 plays, 62 yards. A well-oiled machine on that drive. Delgadio for the PAT. To Paul will hold. Nice answer by Rowlett of the South Garland's last 2 touchdowns. The kick by the lefty is up and good. Timeout on the field, just 40 seconds left in our 3rd quarter. Our new score, Rowlett 35, South Garland 14 on GRS TV. Rowlett band playing their fight song after the Eagle touchdown. See the drummers. The drum line, I guess you call them. I was never in band. Were you, Bobby?
No, sir, I wasn't. But they have a good time, and they fill the stands and bring the atmosphere to all the games.
Rowlett is one of the bigger bands you'll see anywhere. It's no Allen, but it's a big band. Who is Allen,
Oh, no.
Oh, he fumbles it into the end zone, the corner, and steps out. That'll go as a touchback. Thank goodness for South Garland. That could have really been trouble for Palacios, number 1. So bring it out. They got lucky there. Well, the Colonels down 28-0, get a touchdown right before the half, then come out and go the long drive to score again early in the 3rd quarter. And Rowlett has the answer, and now it's looking like the Eagles may hang on here with a 35-14 lead.
Yeah, that was a great answer to, South Garland's long, almost 7-minute drive?
7:58, yep.
And there's Palacios again. He's the one that almost stepped in front of that little bubble route earlier and ended that drive quickly. If he was stepped in front of that one, I think he would have went all the way on that last drive, but
as you can see, it looked like a good call on the touchback. Turner's going to take the first snap.
Uh-oh.
Big hole up the middle. One man to beat. Now he cuts it out. We've got a penalty marker, though, back at the line of scrimmage. Actually 5 yards downfield, which would say holding. Let's see. Maybe grasping the face mask. You never know. Looks like it's coming back, though. Tommy Little will tell us about it. Yeah, here they come.
On the offense, number 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Remains first down.
These penalties have hurt. Of course, anytime you run this kind of offense, penalties are going to hurt you.
Yeah, because you're trying to get 5-yard chunks all the time, and if you get a 10-yard penalty, it makes it really tough to pick up that first down.
Now, it's a spot foul, so they mark 10 from 5 yards downfield, so it'll be at the 20 and a 1st and 15 instead of a 1st and 20.
See if we can see it. Just good-looking blocks right there. Good shit. Oh, yeah, they get tied up right there on 24. It's a good call.
Good blocking downfield on the play. For not 1st and 15, Turner, or that's Williams. Runs over one tackle, and now he's going to be gang tackle. That's the only way to get him down at the 28-yard line, but a nice 8-yard gain there.
It is hard to stop these linemen once they get going.
It's a good chance to practice your gang tackling. It's the only way to get them down, really. You know, it makes you put a lot more people on the ball and make the tackle. Well, that's going to do it for 3. It's Rowlett 35, South Garland 14 tonight at Homer B. Johnson Stadium. Back with the 4th quarter in a moment on GRS TV. Back at HBJ, named after the great Homer B. Johnson.
South Garland is starting to find a weakness on that defense, and they have been able to get some yards, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8 yards a carry. And, you know, they're starting to break some as well. So we're going to see, as we were talking, these big offensive linemen and these big running backs start wearing you down.
Turner over left tackle. Nice gain of 5.
Early in the game, you're like, oh, yeah, I can hit this guy and take him down. Late in the game, you're like, ow, this is getting to hurt. I'm getting sore.
Yeah, we were talking during the timeout. It's almost like pounding the defense with big offensive linemen, which they are, but they're also pounding them with big skill position people. This might be one of the biggest offensive lineups you'll see all year long.
Yeah, Turner and Williams are big guys, and then that offensive line is big.
Tight formation here on the second. Make it 3rd and 2. Remember, they had a penalty a moment ago, and this will be a first down. Just barely falling over the marker is Turner. They held him to like a 2-yard gain, but enough for the first down.
Again, you know, they started with that holding penalty that brought them way back, and they were still able to overcome that.
We're getting ready to hit the 11-minute mark here in the 4th quarter. Here come the Colonels. A lot of hands on hips on that Rowlett defense. They've been on the field a lot here in the second half.
Almost the entire first quarter.
8 men in the box, 5 linemen.
Well, they're just killing themselves.
It's the 5th or 6th one tonight. Procedure, South Garland.
Ball start.
And those are easy ones. You should never be jumping off sides.
Oh, I think the most inexcusable penalty is illegal procedure. All it is jumping the snap.
And, you know, usually it's on the offense, you practice every week. You hear the same voice, the same cadence.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be jumping off sides. But, boy,
in some games you see a lot of them, and I just don't understand. I've never been a football coach, but I know the coaches don't like it. That's not what I'm trying to say, but very frustrating. I'll give you gray hairs. From the 31, 1st and 15. That's Turner. Tried to evade a tackle, but ran into a bunch of maroon. Look at all that maroon. If you like maroon, you'll love Rowlett. They wear a lot of maroon when they're at home.
You see big number 75 right there, Marcus Sanchez and his blocker. Their helmets were tied up.
Oh,
and
really?
They couldn't get it.
One mask got into the other one?
Yeah.
That'll happen occasionally.
At first, I thought, well, maybe they're friendly with each other, and they just
literally locking horns.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll happen occasionally. I mean, maybe once a year you'll see it. That's occasionally, I guess. 2nd down and 12 at the 34. We're down to 5 on the play clock. They get it off.
Another
Penalty
legal
marker.
procedure.
They're going to kill it again with procedure. Unbelievable.
Out of snap. False start. Offense.
Second
Number
one this
61.
drive. They've also had a
Back
holding
out.
call.
2nd down.
3rd penalty for South Garland on this possession for 20 yards. I bet you if you look at the penalties, it's going to be a bunch for not much yardage because most of them are 5-yarders. 2nd and 17.
Rowlett's playing with no safeties. I mean, you could, put it
That's a good
Bell
point.
out there and see if you can toss it to him.
And they're tossing right now. KJ Williams drops it off short, though. Caught by Turner, who drops it. I think he had it long enough. That should be a fumble recovery for Rowlett. And I'm waiting for the official signal. Yes, it is, according to the referee, at the 30-yard line. I think he had it in plenty of time, long enough to call that a fumble. We might see a replay here. I think he even took a couple of steps with the football.
Look at Tito, boy, he's a little excited there. Woo! Hey, nice throw.
Here we go.
Gets it right on the money.
Yeah, it's Hines that stripped him.
Tito does get the ball.
He came out of nowhere to get it, too. He went a long way to get that fumble.
There's the big man. Finally got his hands on that ball. He's happy about it.
9.5 minutes left in the game. Rowlett looking to add on to a 35-14 lead. They'll start in favorable position at the South Garland 30. Two-back set with Expo and Amos. Expo to the left, going to hand it Amos. Expo leading the way, but it closes in a hurry, and the big man made the stop one more time. That's Aaron Brito. Good job by Brito at 290 to go down the line and make a tackle from behind.
Yeah, we've called his name a lot.
He is a load.
What grade is he in? Did you say he was a
Well, I
sophomore?
think he's a grade older since this game started, but
man,
I'm looking it up here. I don't
is
know,
a load.
but he is 6'1", 290. I can tell you that.
I like the way he gets in that three-point stand right there. All his momentum is going forward. Oh, man, what a move.
Pass caught, touchdown, Rowlett. And we got a late flag. This will be unsportsmanlike conduct. Antonio Hull.
Boy, that post is wide open again. They're playing him on the outside. And just that whole middle of the field looks wide open. And I guess the coaches up here saw it, called down to Coach Stevens. Coach Stevens gives them the play. Throw that post route.
5th touchdown pass of the night for Chase Tupal. Boy, he's looked good tonight.
Against the defense, number 6. Late hit in the end zone. That penalty been assessed on the kickoff.
Yeah, I had a feeling that was
That's
coming.
number 6, first unsportsmanlike foul of the game.
Yeah, it's just frustration right there. Well, look at this. Tupal putting it right on the money. I mean, you can't get a better pass than that.
He loves those middle routes. He's really good at throwing them. And, boy, they've had him open all night long.
Yeah, that was nice, running that post pattern.
Delgadio with the fight song firing up down here in the home stands. Kick is beautiful, long, high, and good. Timeout, 8:27, 4th quarter. It's now Rowlett 42. They're going to win tonight over South Garland's 14 here on GRS TV. Rowlett's going to kick off from the South Garland 45 after the unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on the touchdown.
Well, what you do is you let it go in the end zone and take it out at the 25, so it doesn't really matter unless you.
Well, they might squib it.
Yeah, well, you could squib it, yeah, or you could do it onside. But as high up in the score it is, 42-14, I don't think any of that should take place.
Can you do me a favor? Can you give me Two Paul's numbers throwing? I bet they're impressive with 5 touchdown passes. That alone is impressive.
Roberto Palacios back deep.
Something tells me he hadn't missed often tonight. Here's the kickoff from Delgadillo. And yes, he sends it out of the end zone. This will land 9 yards deep.
Yeah, Tupal, 224 yards and 5 touchdowns tonight, so he's doing pretty good. He hasn't missed on many.
South Garland will start at the 25.
9 of 13.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Over 20 yards of completion.
Yeah, 25. They've rallied up 362 total yards. Now, South Garland's done a good job this half as well, you know, eating up almost the entire first quarter. They've put up 211 yards and 12 first downs.
Jaquarion Turner will start in the Wildcat with a receiver each way. Turner's still waiting, and here's the snap. He's going to run right tackle.
He's got some room.
Got a block. Now he's free down the middle. He may go the distance. He's got good speed, and he will go the distance.
Wow.
Jaquarion Turner.
Just like that.
Touchdown, South Garland. 75 yards.
Yeah, no flags on the field. Straight up the middle, and he kind of makes some room in there. You can see how he gets a little caught up. Big 57's leading the way on it.
Very patient run.
Yeah, oh, and then he makes a guy miss right there, and then he's off to the races.
Great job of cutting back against the grain. And, yeah, he's got the speed once he's out. You know, he's the kind of runner that takes a while to get going. You know, he doesn't have the quickest first step in the world, but you give him 5 steps and he's gone.
Yeah, and you'll have Barnes blocking it for you. And I tell you, he's been playing really good all night, Big 57.
In other words, my point is Jaquarion's not really good on a sweep handoff, but he's great once he gets in the open field. This ball is blocked, yeah. Serrano's kick blocked, so another timeout. 8:13 left here in the fourth. South Garland on the board again, though. They trail 42-20 to Rowlett on GRS TV. Here come the Colonels for the kickoff. Bobby, how about maybe an onside kick or a squib kick? They're down by 22 with 8 minutes left. I'd try it, practice it, maybe even recovery. You don't really have much to lose. And they're having trouble stopping Rowlett, so you want to get the ball back as quick as you can. By the way, the kicker, Serrano, with pink shoes tonight. You can probably see there as he kicks off.
He's been a pretty active kicker tonight, punting and kicking.
This one's deep inside the 5, little fake end around. Here comes Hull. Hull is loose. He's got speed.
He's going to get it.
Oh, he did a little juke step, and he is gone. Touchdown, Rowlett. Hull's third of the night. 96 yards, I'll call it.
Woo. No flags. They play a little trickery right here. Look, ooh, who's got it? I've got it. And, man, there was nobody over here. Look at that.
Boy, that's well blocked.
And this right here, he makes a good little stutter step move. It makes a guy just,
Makes him just one little stutter. You had to be watching for it to see it, really.
Yeah, because he had him on the angle. And when he slowed down, the angle changed, and then he took off again and just beat it.
Wait a minute, what's going on here? Nope, they got the extra point, I guess. Yeah, or missed the extra point. I was enjoying watching that replay. I didn't watch the extra point, Bobby, but they failed somehow on the PAT. Timeout 7:57. Let's take another time here. It's Rowlett 47, South Garland 20 on GRS TV. Folks, they have taken away the 96-yard kickoff return.
And put it on the 25.
That says they called a touchback,
Yeah.
and it wasn't even a touchback.
They must have raised their hand to call a touchback because I didn't see it.
In other words, a fair catch.
Yeah, a fair catch.
It would have to be accidental, you would think.
Yeah, because
Wow.
I didn't see any flags. We were looking for it.
Do we have any replay in the truck maybe that could show us? Guys, see if we can get a replay. Stand by. That's a good sign. We may have a replay coming here, Bobby. Maybe we'll see something we didn't see the first time. Here we go, thanks to GRS TV. Look for a possible fair catch. No fair catch from what I can tell.
Unless they did it earlier, you know, when the ball first got kicked off, maybe they fair catched it.
Can you do that? Yeah, I guess early in the kick.
Early in the kick, so maybe not right at the very end, maybe. But that's got to be what happened. It's a 20, set it at the 25.
Yeah, it's not a touchback. Even if he took a knee, they'd start at the 4. So it's got to be a fair catch. Because you get it at the 25. If you fair catch it inside the 20, that's a new rule this year. So that's got to be what happened, Bobby. Sorry, Mr. Hull. We're going to take back your 96-yard kickoff. It's a thing of beauty, I'll tell you. J.R. Hunt with his first carry of the night on the sweep right, and he's got a first down.
Yeah, you got some hungry guys out there right now. See a lot of guys out there as receivers, different guys on the line. A lot of fresh legs, happy to be out there getting to run the ball. Look at this.
Yeah.
Look at the speed and the power.
Tupal is still in there at quarterback. I hope he doesn't run with it like Beltran did for Saxe one night and got hurt.
Yeah, you would think at this point, if you have somebody in that second string area,
yes, why not put him in? Mm-hmm. And you got Expo to the left, and this is J.R. Hunt with a second straight carry, and he's going to be tackled for a big loss. And here's a kid who's had a good night. Marcia Wiley Jr. has had a bunch of tackles tonight, and you got one there, number 31.
Yeah, they all break through. All I see is white jerseys. That's all.
Marvisa.
That's all Hunt sees as well. He's like, man, there's nothing but white jerseys here.
Unless there's a letter missing on the roster, it's Marvisa. M-A-R-V-I-C-A. Excuse me, I couldn't read my writing. 2nd and 15 at the 35. Simsek a starter to the right. Evans a starter out to the right. So they've got some starters left in there. And this is Josh Expo, number 26. Cuts it up. Good gainer to the 40. He got 5. Clock running. We're under 7 minutes left.
Yeah, that's a great play right there. Get these guys the ball. Let them have some experience here.
Hunt has 45 yards coming into this game, 38 yards for Expo in reserve roles.
These guys need to have a lot of experience because you never know when you're going to have to depend on them, and you don't want it to be the first time they touch the ball. You need to, when you're up like this, you need to let them play a lot.
All the starting receivers are still in there. 2 new backs and Tupal still in quarterback.
Yeah, I mean, even the receivers, you need to be having different guys in there, in my opinion.
Timeout on the field. We'll take one. 6:24 left. 42-20. Rowlett here on GRS TV. Here come the Eagles back out after the timeout. They got a 3rd and 10, or they'll have to punt it away here. Wind's picked up a little bit. As Bobby said earlier, it's a nice evening for football. Out of the south, about 10, 15 miles an hour. Eagles need midfield here. Gonna throw it, play action, plenty of time down the middle. He's made a living there all night, but this time too tall. One of the few bad passes from Tupal. Brody Simsick, who's been very unselfish with the blocking tonight, almost got him a catch there.
Yeah, he runs the post again. Just puts it just a little high. On target, just a little high.
And they don't have any real tall receivers. A tall guy would have caught that possibly. But they're all about 5'10", 6 feet at the most. Tupal's going to drop back and punt on 4th down. Very high but short. He could use a roll, and it bounces straight up and comes straight down and actually loses 3 on it. To the 42 of South Garland. Make it the 39 of South Garland. They got 6:08 left. Colonels with all 3 of their timeouts left, trailing 42-20. And if you could get a big play or two, you could get back into this game. It's very unlikely, but South Garland's done a good job of hanging around tonight, especially after they got down 28-0. They got it to 28-14. Now it's 42-20.
Yeah, it was a great play in the first half of that pass out there to Bell. And then, you know, they open up the 3rd quarter with a 7-minute drive for a touchdown. And then they got this real long, nice one here right just a few minutes ago. So they're keeping it close.
Sorry, Bob.
Even though the score doesn't seem that close, it seems like while you're watching the game that it's a good game.
It really is. It's been fairly entertaining. You know, we kind of expected a blowout. Rowlett's a heavy favorite coming in, undefeated, ranked in the area. South Garland 2-3, 0-2 in district. That would say possible blowout. South Garland's kept it interesting a lot of the night.
Outside of, you know, Evans' 51-yard touchdown and Hull's 76-yard touchdown, outside of those real long scores, real quick ones, you know, they've really played a good defensive game and kept their team in it.
2nd and 6. Turner going to hand it. It's bobbled by Wilson, but he regains it and gets nothing around right end. Actually falls for a yard after he was hit at the line.
Looks like we got a Rowlett player that's got hurt. A corner.
Way away from the play, which is weird.
That's a 3rd down and 5 for the Colonels.
That is coming off. That's number 7, Cameron Miles. Looks like he's got a hurt right hand. 3rd and 5. .440 and counting. Turner, big hole up the middle, 1st down. He's fighting for all he can get to the 46 of Rowlett, so move the chains. What are Turner's numbers, Bobby? You have anything there? You know, he's had 2 pretty good touchdown runs. I bet he's well over 100 yards. Especially, as you said, in the second half, their gains have been much bigger consistently in the second half.
Yeah, he's got 157 total yards, 1 touchdown. He's had a couple of long runs.
Number 1 in the area rushing coming in, averaging 183 a game. He's just a little below his average right now. 1st and 10 snap, and this is Deontay Jackson in the Wildcat, another big running back. Boy, they'll bring the beef at you out of the backfield. He gets to the 40 for a gain of 6.
They never did get him down. Little fresh legs there running the ball.
Got a Rowlett Eagle, Enos Henderson, starting to limp a little bit. You've got another guy limping too. No, that's Enos, still limping. It's just a slight limp, but you might want to get him out of there and take a look at it. 2nd and 4. 3.5 minutes in counting. Looks like Turner is back in there at the Wildcat. Now they're going to do the direct snap to Jackson like they did earlier, and he has a 1st down around the left end to the 31.
Yeah, you got to look at number 27 right there, Benjamin Rodriguez, the senior linebacker. He makes the right read. He's the only one left. If he's not out there and making that read, getting him by the shoestrings. He had some running room to go. Good job by the outside linebacker, Benjamin Rodriguez.
Pretty good drive here from South Garland. First down at the 32. 8 men in the box defensively, and that was a good idea because here comes the run, and Turner's in big trouble. It's going to take a gang to get him down. They finally just nudge him close to the turf. Man, they are tough to tackle. Leading the way, getting most of Turner's jersey, was Jeremiah Franks.
Yeah, he's been everywhere tonight. He's going to be a sore individual, though, because, I mean, he's taken a lot of punishment for these big backs.
2:20 and counting. 2nd and 10. Remember, it could have been a lot worse for South Garland. They were down 28-0 in the first half.
Oh, they're going to throw it.
DJ's going deep middle, has a receiver. Livingston goes up, can't get it. It was underthrown. Then it became a jump ball between Livingston and who we got there, 21. That's Lance Canyon, who's had a pretty good night.
Well, I tell you, the ball was there. You just got to come down with that one.
Yeah, he had inside position too, but Livingston is not tall at all. He's under 5'9".
Ball. Look at that. Just a beautiful ball, but you got to be able to get that one.
Tajon is not a tall kid, and that was part of the problem there.
Canyon at least goes up and knocks the ball down. He does get a hand on it.
Williams again on 3rd and 10. Or is that's Turner, excuse me. He's going to run with it. Not much there. He's going to be well short of the first down. And for, again, how many times tonight have we seen a wall just stop the running back and not tackle him? It was a wall of maroon right there.
Offensive charge led by Cameron Lamb.
Gain of 4. 4th and 6th. I'm sure they'll go for it.
They get everybody going to the right, and he goes left. I'm not sure if that was how it's designed or if he's just not following his block right there, but it looked like he had quite a bit of running room if he just follows his blocks to the right.
Darius Dunlap slowed him down and waited for help. Number 80, and here comes the 4th and 6. 1:20 and counting. This could be the last gasp of the night for South Garland. Another high snap that Turner brings down. Handoff. Wilson looking for a hole. Nothing there. That's going to do it. Rowlett stiffens and holds.
Yeah, Tito just read that one perfect. Sheds his block and just shuts that whole play down.
So Rowlett just needs to run the final minute and 6 seconds. Now let's update the records. Rowlett's going to stay undefeated, 5-0, and they'll go 3-0 in the district and tied for first place with Saxe. South Garland going to be hurting for a playoff berth now. They're 0-3 in district with 4 to go, and they are 2-4 on the season. Don't forget our other game on GRS TV this week will be the Friday game of the week, and it is going to be between Lakeview Centennial and Wiley. That should be a good one. I'd say that's a toss-up going in. Bobby and I will have that one for you also. And Rowlett is in there, it appears. Yep. Alex Rowlett, number 16, the new quarterback, and he's going to take off with it. Alex says, hey, you put me in, I'm going to do something with the football, and he just takes off left for a nice 7-yard gain.
Yeah, there you go. Get your opportunity and make it positive.
We've seen Rowlett in the past. He loves to run the football. He's got 97 yards on 9 carries coming in, 8.6. He's got 3 rushing touchdowns in a reserve role. He's only thrown it 3 times. He's 2 out of 3 for 11 yards, so he loves to run with it. 3 receivers set, 33 seconds and counting. This will probably be the final play for the Eagles. Handoff is dropped. Looked like a good handoff, but recovering it was Charjay Hunt. And that's going to do it. They don't have to run another play if they don't want to. Bobby, any final thoughts?
When you look at the box scores, it looks like it was a really close game. South Garland has 15 first downs. Rowlett has 17 first downs. South Garland's got 319 total yards. Rowlett only had 375. So when you look at it, it looks like a real close game. The problem is the passing. There was 222 yards of it, and most of them were touchdowns.
That'll do it tonight from Homer B. Johnson Stadium. And our final score, they already took it off the scoreboard. Our final score, here we go. We got it on our screen, of course. Pardon me. It's 42-20. Boy, the clock keeper gets out of there in a hurry, doesn't he? 42-20, Rowlett over South Garland. For Bobby George and our entire GRS TV team, thank you very much for watching. I'm Scott Powell. So long, everybody.